Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to update your spreadsheets for the mailing. Hopefully you've gotten really familiar with this website and played around with it, and that's a really important piece that you need to learn really well. So I'm going to use zones 7 and 8 as examples. And if you own multiple zones, you'll have a sheet that looks just like this. If you only own one zone, it'll just list one zone. What I've done here also is I've got this tab down here that is what we will be working on, but I've also copied it. And so for your first time doing this, just make all of the edits on this copy, just to make sure nothing messes up, because this is the kind of thing that if you mess up and something goes away, it will be gone permanently. And so maybe while you're learning, just do that, and then once you've got it complete, we can easily just copy it over to the main one. But you know, you've always got this undo button, and I use that all the time on the spreadsheet, so if it messes up, or if you accidentally delete something that you don't mean to, just undo it. But anyway, we're going to go over to this main page. A couple of things. The title is important. Our printer actually labels each zone by one city name. They don't use our zone numbers, and so don't edit this, don't change anything about the title. Our distribution company calls them by zone, but our printer calls it by city, and so just make sure these titles stay exactly what we have named them. Another important thing is we list the post offices that they're going to be delivered to at the top of each section. Also, don't edit that unless something changes and we let you know that it needs to be edited. Otherwise, leave that the same. The rest of the information here that is pretty self-explanatory, I've color-coded them just so you can see them very easily. So yeah, I think that is all pretty straightforward as far as that goes. The grand totals are in gray, and it totals each of the cities. And so this is the total number of pieces that you mail to in your route, and the total number of trays. Now, with the number of trays, our distribution company actually fills that in, and so these spreadsheets will be shared with you for you to edit and get your numbers ready each time, but it's also shared with the distribution company, and so they access this and use this exact spreadsheet when they're doing our distribution. So the number of trays, I actually go through and delete those out every time, because they determine the number of trays that it's going to take to fill each route, and that's really important for the postal paperwork. So you'll see that I did not delete this bottom number, and actually most of your spreadsheets will be programmed to where these total. For some reason that wasn't programmed, and I'll just do that really quick. So from now on, when you take those out, you'll see the total goes down to 0, and if you only backspace on the tray numbers for each route, not this box that is the formula. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so just go in, 0 those out. I'm going to do this down in this zone too, just so you can see both times. And for some reason those weren't calculating, so I'll just fix both of those. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do, and this is so much more convenient if you have 2 separate screens, so whether you get 2 laptops out, or you have your desktop and your laptop, or maybe you have a desktop with 2 screens, it's definitely easiest to pull this up on one screen and this on the other screen, so you can look at both at the same time. So we're just going to use the South Jordan zone as the one that we're working off of this time. What we're going to do first, put in your zip code, 84095. Like we showed you on the other video, and that's going to pull that up. So my video is going to end because it only lets me record 5 minutes at a time. So we'll continue the rest on the next video.